And we're back, and I'm going to attempt to throw some more.
We'll actually succeed.
The other problem is it's like, okay, do a throw. By the way, we're gonna counter all your throws.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense, but still, it's like we're gonna literally counter every throw you do.
Yeah, that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, I did it. Great success.
Do you do different throw entries for it? Like, do you sometimes try the A throw or the B throw or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And I was like, at least you're mixing them up, because that's why he's countering. He's doing the exact same one you're doing.
I usually do go for the B throw, though, because those are usually stronger. For I don't know what reason. Mina defeated the lead Lam. Realizing his mistake, he gave her the weapon Nagamaki as an apology and left. Sorry I decided to start a fight with you. Here you go. I like how he just kind of decided to fight her. Yeah, somebody killed my wife. Or my girlfriend. I know it was a man, but I'm going to fight you anyway.
Well, actually, wasn't the reason that he fought him because he wanted the raft?
Yes, there's that too. But like, how would he? What mistake did he make then? Other than starting a fight with her.
Fighting someone he thought he could actually beat for his raft?
She doesn't even own the raft either, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There is a vast desert in the Central Asia. This is the most dangerous part of the overland passage. I'm just going to start saying the Central Asia now.
The Central Asia. The Ryback.
After 3 months of trailing Huang, she finally caught up with him in this desolate area. Needless to say, Huang was surprised to see Mina there, and he was like, "Please go home, your father must be worried." "No, I will never, never go back until I find the Patriot sword," Mina replied. Also, my funny voice just went completely out the window there. "You're hopeless. Alright, well, you can come with me if you can prove your fighting is superior to mine." She smiled. No special treatment. Who's talking there?
It's a tough call.
He is having a hard time convincing Mina, who ran away to look for him to return home. Words, words, words.
First, Hwang Sung-jong.
Did you know that if you're on that last page before a fight, you can just hit start and you'll immediately... Oh, that's right, you can't hit start.
Because for whatever reason, the other will just be like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
And then crash.
Which is really, really strange.
"How was that?" Mina asked. "Now can I come with you?" The two fought to exhaustion, but Mina ended up the victor. "Continue your search," Huang replied. "I'm just going to sit here and let you take over in your story mode, if that's cool with you." And then she went to Greece. It is said that Hephaestus, the god of forge, built this temple himself. Rumor had it that a girl received a revelation from him in a nearby pool, and a divine weapon in this temple. At the temple, Mina heard a divine voice. I don't even know how I could do a divine voice other than playing a chorus in the background while I read it.
Just a deep voice, I guess.
"You are a strong-willed woman. Defeat her and you will receive the sword." "Which sword? I don't know." As the voice faded, a female warrior appeared in a flash of light. God, I wish I could sound like Tony J. Then I'd have a job in the voice acting industry.
Tony J doesn't sound like the kind of voice that would have been playing Hephaestus, though.
I don't know. Greek gods are
playing
kind
Hades
of
or something.
Greek gods are kind of jerks.
Yeah, but he'd probably be playing like Hades or something. No, you'd probably want like I don't know, maybe Brian Blessed, boisterous kind of, or maybe just really understated, like John Rhys Davies or something.
I can't think of Hades without thinking of James Woods.
No, that's kind of tough. You kind of own that rule.
With the victory of Zonina.
Quite
There
literally.
were many things wrong with that Disney Hercules movie, but that was one of the things that was not wrong.
The thing I like is, like, he just came in and just started reading that however he wanted. And they're like, okay, well, this works.
Yep. Well, see, I think that they kind of got that was a good idea to do it because that was what helped them sell the cartoon. Like, they did it with Aladdin. They basically let, Robin Williams act up a bunch of stuff, and that worked out, so.
Wait, she's regaining health from a weapon that normally steals health. This is nonsense of the highest order.
Grueling battle ends with the victory of Zonina. You win.
Fucking bullshit.
Versus Socrates. Fight.
Fucking bullshit.
Bullshit o'clock.
Oh, speaking of time, did you hear the groundhog didn't see his shadow this year?
Yes. And then it started snowing a whole bunch in Wisconsin.
Yeah, the weather has been all kinds of crazy. Like, the last 2 days here, it's actually been pretty warm.
I'm kind of annoyed because our driveway was almost completely devoid of snow.
Versus Socrates.
Yeah, it rained some here, too.
I would take rain over snow right now.
It was weird because, like, I got out, I was going to get, like, some, I'd forgotten to get some caffeine, so I was going on to do that, and it was, like, raining really hard, and then I went out, and I go to the Quick Trip right next to my house, so, going over the Quick Trip, I come out, and it's not raining anymore, and that was, like, in the space of, maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
I've had that happen.
Weather's been all kinds of super crazy recently.
Get out of here.
Zonina. You win.
Literally.
Versus Socrates.
Just fucking blew her away.
Whoa.
What is with the fucking sudden damage increase here?
Is it one of those weapons that changes damage every fight?
Nope. Well, I just mean
Weird.
Sophia's damage suddenly got a lot higher. Probably because it's like a freakish magical doppelganger.
Or maybe Hephaestus is boosting her magically or something.
Just making sure it's a challenge.
Yep.
All like, oh shit, I didn't expect her to win. Yes, fight the doppelganger.
Yeah, given their motivation, though, I don't think the point is for her to win. So the point is for her to be discouraged and not want to continue.
And every time Sogmina tries again, Hephaestus is just like, Jesus, it's you again? Can you not take a hint? Get out of here. Please leave my sacred nightclub disco temple.
Yeah, what is with that anyway? I don't think I've ever been to a Greek temple where the floor is multicolored and luminescent.
The floor is a rave party.
The floor is multicolored lava.
I did it, finally. The game just obviously took pity on me. Sometimes I think the difficulty in this game is just, at least in Edge Master mode, is kind of arbitrarily decided.
That would make sense.
I mean, every time you start a fight, it is. Despite Sophia's divine powers, Mina won. The divine spear halberd appeared before her, and the voice spoke again. Take this weapon and destroy the evil sword! Now please, leave my temple. Goody.
Beating up my disciples.
Could you
I only have
not?
one left.
Could you not beat up my girl here who received my divine revelation? I don't know how you would explain that to anybody. Yes, I was at the lake yesterday and I received a divine revelation. Oh, you poor girl.
See, that reminds me of the witch trials.
She is
People
a witch.
blaming their issues on witches.
She turned me into a newt. A newt? Well, I got better. Mina arrived as the Marquis's forces were assaulting the castle. Fireballs shrieked through the air as she stormed the gate. A soldier blocked her way, brandishing his huge sword. Whoa! Phrasing. No one may pass, not even a little girl like you. Her eyes narrowed, and she was like, "Oh, what is on, you little broken-brained bitch? Little girl? I'll show you who's a little girl." And then Siegfried was the little girl.
Well, he's kind of whiny, so...
He is 16. He's at that precarious age where you kill your own father and totally lose your mind. Maybe, I don't know. That didn't happen to me when I was 16, so I could be wrong.
The grueling battle ends with the victory of Seung Mina. You win.
I did it.
Boy, that's a weird sword that Siegfried had.
It's like a boat battle.
Yeah, it's like a paddle.
Mina defeated the young mercenary as the castle fell. In the chaos, she grabbed the weapon Morning Star and a map and made her escape. So she really just kind of happened across the castle and stole something and then left.
Basically. We've got great epic setup in this game.
But it doesn't restore health, so I don't want that. Blah 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 money pit, impregnable fortress. The Let me get my Commander Zavala voice back. The Ostranberg map pointed the way to Virtue's money pit and its treasure. After narrowly avoiding the money pit's numerous traps, the exhausted Mina finally reached the vault. From its inky darkness, she heard the sinister breathing of the pit's guardian. And she was like, "Oh, you stay away from me!"
Of course, he was walking up to him, looking in his creepy way, going...
And then Seung Mina backhanded him in the face like Helga Pataki.
Pretty much.
His sight and mind have deteriorated in a dark money pit. However, that does... well, I've already read this before. Fight Valdo. Win. Do it with low health, because that works out really well all these other times you've done it.
Exactly.
Bam! Wrecked. I like how unceremonious that was. Get it a couple of good hits and then it's just BAM!
It doesn't even look, like it was that hard for him. Just swatted.
And the next fight is probably starting and I'm already on the next one. Jesus, Valdo. Oh, next fight.
Just smacks you like, girl, bye.
Valdo is just like, leave. Get out.
Bye, Felicia.
versus Balder fight.
I like how long it took me to remember that was from Friday.
What?
Bye, Felicia.
Victory of
Ah.
Balder. You lose.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Versus Balder fight.
Maybe I should just not open up with an attack. That might help too.
Maybe.
I'm not very good at learning patterns, obviously.
Fight. Out of the ring.
There, I did it, with the ring out.
With the victory of Seung
I feel like that was what I was being told to do with the small size of the arena. That's right, I forgot that was actually an option in this. You could change how big the arena was in versus mode.
Oh, yeah.
Although he possessed superhuman strength, Mina won. With a raspy death rattle, Valdo expired. And sorry,
Raspy
Mina-
death rattle, not unlike how his normal breathing sounds.
Songmina's just standing there staring at him. Every couple seconds he just starts back up again. I must get out of this awful place. She happened to find a letter describing Soul Edge's location. Taking that and the sickled spear, she left the island. Book. Nina located the Spanish port that was the base of the... Blah. The base of the...
The
pirates.
base of the blah.
Yes, the base of the Blah. His ship, the Blah, lay anchored in port. All was still. Mina's heart pounded as she made her way through the desolate port. She could not stop trembling. What's that smell? That horrible, awful, disgusting smell. It smells like a men's locker room. As Mina climbed aboard the Adrian... Well, I'm sorry, not the Adrian. The Blah! She was confronted on deck... Blah. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. She was confronted on deck by a man who was perhaps a dragon man. Or maybe
He was just a dragon.
Arr, I have been waiting for you. You have guts for such a little girl. And don't call me a little girl. You're such fire. Your strong spirit will feed my soul as well. You're... Okay, win. I can do that.
So I've been watching, I've been kind of making a point of watching some of the older Power Ranger shows, because that's a thing I do.
And they haven't aged well, have they?
Some of them better than others. Like there's some shows that I had never actually seen. Like I got to see Time Force. That show ended up being pretty good. And I'm working my way through Wild Force right now. That's the one that had the Red Ranger crossover in it, the anniversary show.
Forever Red.
Yep, Forever Red. The one where they had Serpentera, which was it was basically enough to make it was like its foot was like the size of the Megazord in the older shows, and in this one, it's like super tiny, like one of the bikes won't even fit in its mouth. And by the way, the Red Ranger of the current show manages to beat it on his own without a Zord. So it's like, okay, I guess it was out of gas or something, maybe. That doesn't explain the size issue, but yeah, they don't even bother to try to explain that. But it is what it is. It was a good episode. Anyway, there's a character on Wild Force who's basically a child, and he's constantly like, "Don't call me a kid."
That seems to be like a really big thing in Japanese media.
Yeah, and I know that they probably took that from the original show somehow, because that was one of the shows where they started to kind of adhere a little bit more to the shows that they were based off of. Mm-hmm. Even though this one took a whole lot of liberties still. So like there was a whole other villain that wasn't in the the original show.
with the victory of
Naturally.
Min.
Naturally. But they did that a lot, so that's not too surprising.
Sort of like how the White Ranger was in all the episodes that you should have been with. Because wasn't that the next series that had...
Yeah, you had your Die Ranger. That was the show that the White Ranger came from. And also all the Zords from that show came from that too. And then they did the third season, and they took the next show after that. I forget what that show was called. Nintendo, I think. No. Yeah, I don't remember what it was called right now. Anyway, it was the same one that the Alien Rangers came from. They just basically just took straight footage and just started using that instead of the footage that they use for the show normally.
because
Which they
why
were
not?
like, yeah, and they basically had Japan cut all new footage, and then Japan, Saban started, the Toei started charging them out the ass for it, so they couldn't do that anymore.
The grueling battle ended with the victory of Seung.
Because they're like, just screw it, we'll just adapt every new show with new costumes every year.
Oh, I gotta get ready to read really fast again.
Oh boy.
It is mine, Father. Mina looked down at the defeated foreigner who had now become a demon. She reached for soul edge and excitement and joy, for this was the story. But holding the sword, she did not bring her joy, only an emptiness she had not yet known. With great effort, she tried to carry the weight of soul edge on one shoulder, but it was too heavy, and she fell to the ground in an ungainly sprawl. Laying under the blade, she could not. I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. just throwing fucking words at me. Her strength is low as her. Yeah, basically. Just read it yourself.
I'm not going to read it because anything that I would read would be like a minute, to be like 10 to 20 seconds behind. So
I like how it's just like, well, I found Soul Edge. It's, for whatever reason, it's too heavy for me to carry, so I guess I'm going to go home.
yep. And I'm glad that my father is actually waiting for me to get back.
I'm happy to be home after this weird adventure where I fought a flaming skeleton demon.
There's no place like home.
Also, next time on Radical Bromance, Li Long?
Maybe.
Why not?